Hey guys, welcome back. We just finished and are on our way back home from the juiciest glute day to date. If you're gonna try any of the glute workouts that I do, make it this one. Today, I am going to bring you a full glute workout and I'm gonna explain all the form tips, everything you have to do to get the juiciest glute pump ever. This is gonna be a workout that I know you're gonna return to for a very long time, so I'm excited to take you through that. Before we get into it, I did wanna shout out a little something that kicked my butt today. Transparent Labs Sour Grape Lean Pre-Workout. I'll put a picture and a link in the caption. This pre-workout, I swear, it gets me pushing. Like, I was sweating, my butt was feeling it, glutes were feeling it. 10 out of 10 got me pushing through it. So shout out Transparent Labs, shout out that lean pre-workout. And without further ado, let's get into it. How I like planning out my sets is I like doing one warm-up set followed by 3 working sets. So the warm-up set will just be a lightweight getting used to that exercise. And then the 3 sets that follow, we're going to be increasing the weight every single time, or at least trying to increase the weight. So for the first exercise of this workout, we're going to start off with my favorite superset, which I've been doing for a couple weeks now, and it leaves my glutes so freaking sore to the point where I can't even sit down. It's a struggle. And how a superset looks is it's going to be 2 exercises done back to back without any rest in between. The first exercise is going to be a B stance hip thrust, which is a unilateral exercise, which just means that we're doing one leg at a time. So how we're going to set up is we're going to have one leg, which is going to be our working leg, planted down on the ground, and the other leg that is just going to be used for stabilization will be hovering like this with my heel on the ground. The focus for this exercise is just going to be that one working leg. So this is just there for support and for balance. This is what we're focusing on. So a B stance is just a regular hip thrust, just one-sided. So get up into a regular hip thrust position, one leg planted down, one leg hovering. We're gonna lower down. And as we push up, we're initiating the movement with that one working glute, squeezing that one all the way at the top, and then bringing it back down before repeating again. Now, how I position my back for these hip thrusts, I'm gonna use a box where when I'm in a full hip thrust position, my hips are aligned with my shoulders. This is the perfect height for me. And my back, I'll have my lower part of my shoulder blades resting on the box. And as I push up, my chin is going to be tucked. My eyes are facing forward. And then when I lower, I'm not gonna be arching my back to lower. Instead, I'm gonna try to keep it in a neutral position, bringing it down, pushing it back up, chin tucked, facing forward, and then repeat. Done. Next up, we are going to be doing step ups, 10 to 12 reps per leg. Now, how I set up my step ups, I have a bench and I'm going to be using dumbbells for this exercise. To make this glute focused, our focus is going to be leaning forward and moving along a diagonal line. So I'll show you how to go about that. We're going to start with one leg on the bench. Our weight is going to be focused on the heel of our foot the entire time, and that will also help focus and target the posterior chain, which is what we're targeting for this exercise. We're gonna pretend that we're going along a diagonal line. So this back leg is just gonna be very lightweight. It's not going to be pushing us up or helping us with the movement whatsoever. It's really just there to stabilize, to balance us. Our focus here is this front leg, this working leg. We're gonna have all our weight on the heel of this foot, and as we push up, we're gonna use that working leg to push us up along that diagonal line, which means that our torso should be slightly bent forward, and then as we go down, it's gonna be the same way as we went up, along that diagonal line, back to the ground. So one more time, along that diagonal line, using your front leg to do all the work, bringing it back down, along the diagonal, and plant yourself. If it's comfortable for you, it will be most effective to have the weight on the working side of the body, because essentially the weight is closer to the muscles that are being worked. But for me, it's never been comfortable, and I just feel like my form just isn't right when I have it on the same side. So I'm gonna use it on the opposite side of my body. Whatever is more comfortable for you, do it regardless. So again, working leg forward, weight is on that heel, lean forward, and we're gonna push up along that diagonal line, back down along the diagonal line. So let's push for 12 reps. One more. Next up, we got my favorite. We're gonna be doing RDLs, but this time with the barbell. Usually I do them with dumbbells, but I am preferring the barbell today. As usual, our feet are going to be shoulder width apart. Our focus, as with a lot of the exercises that we're doing for glute days, our focus and all our weight is going to be on the heel of our feet. Now, I know the hardest thing for people to master is that hip hinge with the RDL, but I'm gonna give you the best analogy that you're ever gonna hear, okay? Imagine that someone has a rope and they're pulling you from behind. So the rope is around your waist, they're pulling you from behind. The only thing that would be moving is your hips. That is a hip hinge. You're just moving your hips back, your back is neutral, and your arms are straight in front of you. Now, as with all the other exercises that we do for any glute day, our focus is going to be on the heels of our feet. So make sure that when you're performing the RDL, all that weight is on the heels while the toes are very lightweight. Now, in order to target your glutes with that hip hinge, you're gonna add a little bit of a bend to your knees. So already when you hip hinge, there's a natural bend to your knees, but when you go for the RDL glute focus, we're gonna hip hinge and bend simultaneously to add a little bit more of a stretch to your glutes and hamstrings. Now with your arms, you're just gonna hold them very light, keeping that barbell close to your body and letting it slide down your legs as you hip hinge. I'm gonna stop it around here, but whenever you feel that stretch in your hamstrings, everybody is different. Everyone's point of stretch is different. So once you feel that stretch in your hamstrings, you've reached far down enough and you're gonna bring it back to starting position. For the warm-up set, we're just gonna start with a barbell, but as usual for all my RDLs that I ever do, we're gonna do 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. So let's start off with a warm-up and then add some weight afterwards. Let's go. Last exercise, we are going to finish this workout with hamstring curls, but seated hamstring curls. Really my main focus here is the slow eccentric movements. So when I curl, I'm keeping my feet, first of all, my feet are very free, they're not flexed. So that really just focuses on the mind muscle connection with my hamstrings. So as I curl, I'm gonna slow it down, hold, and then the key part in this exercise is slowing the movement down as you reach the top. So as usual, 1 warm-up set and then 3 working sets. Let's go. are done. We're on our way back home now from that workout. That was like the juiciest freaking workout. I swear. I told you it was gonna be the juiciest workout, and it was. 10 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like this workout, if you tried out this one and how it went. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.